Hello and welcome, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. This is episode 3 of Let's Play Endless Space Disharmony. Playing as the Harmony faction. We've just started colonizing a second planet on Rasam, and also started building a colony ship over on Terkana. I'm a bit concerned about how we're missing out on some of the food usage on this planet. I'd love to bump science up even higher, but unfortunately that would cause this planet to start going down. Although, starvation in 0 turns. Although, apparently they can't actually die. It's kind of weird. I'm just thinking, I could actually go 10 turns. But that would actually cost us. Let's just be reasonable. We'll go right there. That's fine. And how long is it going to take again? So 3 turns to colonize the arid. That would have been nice to get that heavy isotope refineries done on this planet. Oh well. Next turn we'll get our science-y technology thing. Continue to explore. Ooh, there's another fancy thing there. The Platforms of Wise, or yes, is. This is a desert planet. 250 increased defense on star system, an extra 25 defense per person, and increased planet size by 2. That's a pretty cool planet, but yeah, I'm not really that interested in it, I guess. This world was once the greatest shipyard in the concrete endless. The skies above the planet darkened with the enormous space docks that worked day and night building and repairing fleets. While much of the technology is lost, the platforms still provide both living space and planetary defense. Cool. +5 experience on that fleet, Scout A. So these units have levels. You can see here, it's kind of hard to show you because the mouse keeps moving. But you see where it says, right over here, it says level 2, 5 experience. As they gain experience, they gain increasing health, damage, and all that stuff. It's a multiplier. So that little 2 right there, you see it, look at the mouse, right there. There's those 2 little units. You can see that's clearly, oh, it's level 2. Clearly, right? So we've just made our isolation shields. That doesn't actually do anything for us yet. That's an improvement that we're going to have to build. Right there, private. Oh, that's strange how they do that. It's called isolation shields, which allows us to make public-private partnerships. So we need to build the improvement before we get the effect. Queue it up. And you can use these buttons here to move between planets. You can also use the arrow keys, which is pretty useful. After we colonize and then build that thing, I do think I want private partnerships. We're now working on the Empire improvement to explore quicker. We could unlock another ship class soon, but I think I'd rather... Maybe we should get some extra weapons. Could get these ion torpedoes really, really cheap soon. Or we could do this, which would unlock a new engine. Could make our ships travel faster. As well as increase the power of the science planetary exploitation. Or we could just do this one. Oh, there's so many choices, it's hard to decide. Oh wow, that's a good planet. Look at that. These 3 are colonizable. There's antimatter, siderite, and hydromiel here. I would love to get a strategic advantage on hydromiel as quickly as possible. Look at that huge boost of food. 20% food production on the whole empire if you can get 3 hydromiel as this race. I want that planet badly. Should try to get over there right away. Do you see any more hydromiel? No, but that'd be a good start. Where's my ship headed now? Apparently it's going there. I guess that's okay. I want to get a ship going in that direction. This one's got 2 turns to make its colony ship. I do think I want to make another scout. Probably before the science. Although I always feel like I end up with too many scout ships. We're about to colonize the arid planet, which will hopefully soon we can shift back towards some population growth again. I'm curious. I want to pay attention to this. So, what was I just looking at? That is our trade route summary. This is our strategic resources. What if I look at, where is it? Empire factors. We're getting 3% from efficient stock. I want to see if just by colonizing that planet, if I get the bonus and it jumps up to 4%, or if I have to actually activate the resource first. So it was at 3. Let's go see what it's at now. It's still at 3. Okay, so we have to actually activate it, which makes sense. That means we just have to count up these resources and luxury resources, and that's the total number. So we've successfully colonized this arid planet. Arid does really well with dust, but we can actually do some good with the planetary exploitation that helps out with food. It's an extra bonus, so we'll go with the food exploitation. Now that we have more room for growth, I want to shift back towards more of a food focus. I do like the idea of getting this technology soon. How much do we need? 20 points. So let's cut it back till we get about 20. That way this planet can start growing soon. We'll let him keep exploring for us once again. We'll have our colony ship next turn. Looking good. And there's that new ship. Got a new, that little icon there lets you know that there are ships in the hangar. You can also tell because there's a little number 1 there, telling you there's 1 ship in hangar. And that little tiny icon there tells you what they're building, and it is a hover tooltip. So you can kind of hover over the planet and see a bunch of other stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to click Create, pull the colony ship out of the actual planet. I believe you can also take the ship here, and how do you do it? Disband. Spaceships will be returned to the hangar, so I can put it back in. You can also pull them out by going over here and click Create from this screen. So you can launch them from the Empire Management screen. Now, let's see. Hugin Rings, Ancient Ruins, Extra Science. The dust is worthless to us. This planet... I really want to focus on planets that have good food and science and industry. So arid is not the best. A planet like this, desert would be terrible for us. Ocean's pretty darn good. Even lava's good. I mean, all that production would be nice. I don't know if I want that planet though. I'm actually really tempted to go and just explore this way. I think these will be connected, so let's just chance it. We'll see what happens over there. We still don't quite have that science. Unfortunately, we were 1 point short. That's too bad. This is an empire-wide improvement of +2 speed, just for having this. So I would like this a lot. I love having mobility, but we need to get weapons. We need to have some defense. So we'll go weapons first, and then we'll get the reactor, that ship thing. Ooh, he's one unit short of being able to reach that planet. Okay, working on the heavy isotope factories. 1 turn. That planet is growing very quickly. Now that we have multiple people on this planet, I can shift them. I can just click and move them over to this planet. But I'm not going to do that because this planet has the best exploitation. So it would cost me a lot more. It's kind of a guess and check system, but if you see that food there and the science, if I grabbed some people and moved them over there, see how everything kind of goes down? It's not good. So we'd rather have them here, but if this one was full, we'd like them there too. Alright, next turn we get that new science. This green border represents our actual territory. It's going to take this one 15 more turns before this colony starts building its green border. Okay, so we get increased speed for just 10 turns. So if we go to that scout ship, instead of having 7 movement speed, he now has 14 for a while, which is pretty good. Very quick. Wow. This one here also has 8. He might even be able to make it here. Get some more tritanium. This has an ice problem though. Although we don't really care about happiness, so I guess it wouldn't matter to us. Let's do it. We'll colonize. We'll get even more of this stuff. Yeah, I don't think it even matters, the fact that it's we're just still perfectly content. We don't care about the maladies on the planet. So we pick up a little bit more tritanium. Why do I keep calling it tritanium? It's titanium. And now we get 4% from efficient stock. So 4% more food, science, and industry. And this planet was a what again? Tundra. Tundra, I believe, is a science-based one. You need at least level 2 to unlock it. Nope. Looks like Tundra's... The general rule of thumb is that if it says Tundra, if it says the planet type on level 1 of the exploitation, then it's going to go maybe as high as level 3. So I guess we'll go with that planetary exploitation then. Exploitation is always the cheapest. It costs the least amount of actual industry to make, so it's almost always the best thing to make first. So we'll go with that, and then we'll go with... probably the heavy isotope. And we'll go with the extra food, and then that one. We'll just let that one kind of go on its own for a while. Click this button to scrap every building which no longer has an effect on your system. I'm kind of scared to press it. Oh, by the way, this is very similar to an Excel table. You can actually click and sort by whatever you want. That's why it's called spreadsheets in space. This one's growing pretty quickly. Working on science now. Oh, speaking of which, since we finished that, we only need 10 units of science. Let's do a quick burst of food. Let's go down to like there. Try to get some of that. Plus 3 extra experience on the Alpha ship, which I just got rid of. We've started on that, and we're good. Still haven't found any other civilizations, which is kind of interesting. Then again, it is a huge galaxy, so... Alright, so now we have weapon technology. We've started work on compact fusion reactors, which will unlock a new type of... gives us just a flat empire improvement on ship speed, and it also unlocks Arctic colonization. Arctic, let's see if we can find an Arctic planet. Arctic. Arctic, Arctic. Well, it's going to be one that's red right now, so let's use that. Oh, there's one. Arctic is really good for science, but there's almost no food on an Arctic planet and very little production. This one in particular has that toxic -2 food, so it'd be a very bad planet to settle on. But, you know, this one here, hostile fauna, you know, 9 science. It's a lot of science. So it could be good. Man, he's exploring 2 planets at once now. We've discovered the glittering halls on Dakel. The interior of this planet is riddled with cave systems, with some caverns large enough to house small cities. In addition, an excess of quartz formations means that natural light penetrates, in some cases, several kilometers below the surface. As a result, entire populations can be hidden underground, their industry powered by generous geothermal energy. Let's see what that actually does. 15 increased industry. Wow. That is really good. I want that planet badly. We need that now. Alright, this one is growing quickly. Almost have the... They're working on that thing before the grafting. Can't colonize anything else on this planet, nor would I want to. Not for a while, so as soon as they're done with those two, how about they start work on a colony ship? Turkana is not growing right now. Your current construction is freezing the growth of your system. Interesting, so making even just a scout ship. I see, minus 100% on population growth. So just making any kind of ship stops growth. Interesting. Interesting, okay. Well, so we kind of, it seems like maybe the best strategy would be to go in waves. You know, you do a bunch of science, then you do a bunch of ships, then you do a bunch of science and ships. Because they're kind of counter each other. These ones are both growing. I'd like to see if I could actually get... Yeah, if I can get that one to grow next turn, that'd be good. And this scout ship, actually... I don't know, I think I maybe would actually prefer... a colony ship. Yeah. We'll switch them. Colony ship costs quite a bit more, but I'd rather have the colony ship. Alright, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again in the next video. See you soon.